New tonight, closure in a Racine County cold case that went unsolved for 20 years. Linda LaRoche was found guilty today of killing Peggy Lynn Johnson-Schroeder in 1999, then dumping her body in a cornfield. That 23-year-old was buried as a Jane Doe, then identified in 2019 through forensic genealogy. The victim had been living with LaRoche's family in McHenry, Illinois, prior to her murder. LaRoche now faces life in prison. Sentencing has been set for May. A school security guard accused of putting his knee into the neck of a Kenosha middle school student has resigned. That guard also works as a Kenosha police officer. The incident happened during a fight between two students earlier in the month in the school's cafeteria.
I want to see this officer get charged, because if it was me or another parent or any adult that put their knee on a kid, that would be abuse.
The girl's family says they plan to sue. The 12-year-old is charged with disorderly conduct. Milwaukee police investigating a shooting that sent a 12-year-old boy to the hospital. MPD was called just before 7 tonight to 21st and Hadley. That boy is expected to survive. No word from police on what led to that gunfire. With Russian forces still raining down bombs around him, the president of Ukraine today addressed Congress. He pleaded for more military help and appealed directly to President Joe Biden.
Being the leader of the world means to be the leader of peace.
President Biden and many members of Congress remain unmoved on his central plea for a no-fly zone that would deter Russian airstrikes. The president did lay out what the U.S. has done to support Ukraine, pointing to another $800 million of military aid on the way.
This could be a long and difficult battle, but the American people will be steadfast in our support of the people of Ukraine in the face of Putin's immoral, unethical attacks on civilian populations.
Speaking with reporters at an unrelated event, President Biden also unleashed his harshest criticism yet of the Russian President Vladimir Putin, calling him a war criminal. About 3 million people have fled Ukraine since that fighting started. Stephanie Haynes spoke with one local Ukrainian woman who has plans to bring family to her home in Kenosha.
3 weeks have passed since Russia started its war on Ukraine. And for Irina Falk, each day brings a new horror.
We could not imagine how bad it would be.
Irina is an instructor at Gateway Technical College in Kenosha, where she's lived since 2005 when she moved here from Ukraine. Her home, now a war zone.
We couldn't believe what we were seeing. I started to cry. We did not go to sleep for next 7 days.
Most of her family and friends have either escaped the war or stayed back to fight. She has family in the capital city of Kyiv, as well as Chernihiv and Mariupol. Irina couldn't get a hold of her family there for 9 days. On Wednesday, she was able to speak with them, and they are okay.
It was very difficult because we really didn't know anything what was going on there, and all reports we see on news were devastating.
Her 14-year-old godson was able to escape from Chernihiv. Irina plans to fly him to the United States to live with her in Kenosha.
Did he make it to Poland?
They just crossed the border. I just spoke with them 20 minutes ago.
On Wednesday morning, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky spoke to Congress. Irina says Ukraine needs all the help it can get.
What is your message to Putin?
My message to Putin? I don't have any message to Putin. I have a message to his people. They have to be brave enough to say no, to stand up and fight for their freedom as well.
The last time Irina was in Ukraine was 2019. She keeps those memories close to her heart.
I sure hope that I can go back. I hope that I go back to free Ukraine. I want to find all my family and friends alive.
In Kenosha, Stephanie Haynes, TMJ4 News.
Stephanie, thank you. You can see all of our coverage on the local impact of Russia's invasion of Ukraine right now from your phone and the TMJ4 News app. The city of Milwaukee is in the national spotlight this weekend, hosting the NCAA Men's College Basketball Tournament. It's expected to bring $6.5 million bounce to the local economy. That comes around the same time as St. Patrick's Day, as well as some pretty nice weather today. Tom DURIAN live downtown, where he's talked with businesses and fans who are ready to enjoy a big, long weekend. Tom.
Yeah, Steve, we've seen people from all over the U.S. just walking around this area here around Fiserv. We've also seen a lot of people, locals out and about, enjoying the weather because, as you know and they know, this isn't going to last.
It's the perfect time of year, and March Madness is the best. And mixed with St. Patty's Day, It's like you can't lose.
Jim Love decided to get an early start on St. Patrick's Day, enjoying a Guinness outside the County Clare in a light jacket on the patio in March.
Figure we come out and enjoy at least the sunshine and a little outside and a couple Guinnesses.
A Milwaukee staple on St. Patrick's Day, the County Clare is getting ready for their big party. You can see they're putting up the tent outside. It's the first time since 2019 that they've been able to go all out.
With all those big keynote things that we did not have because of COVID, it's really nice just being able to get back out there and get these bigger things back.
Over at 3rd Street Tavern near Fiserv Forum, they are stocked up on food and booze and ready for a weekend of fun.
We're really excited to see all the people coming from all over, trying to give them a good taste of Milwaukee.
And those people are already wandering the streets of Brew City. We caught up with this group of LSU band members exploring, confused by the Milwaukee March weather. I told them, just wait a day.
Well, I got like a lot of layers on and I'm feeling a little hot.
I kind of want some snow. That'd be awesome. Haven't seen snow in forever.
You might get that on Friday.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
While the Wisconsin Badgers are in town playing at Fiserv, Marquette is on the road in Texas. But fans like Jim will be at the local bars watching them compete.
I'm a Marquette fan, gonna watch Marquette, of course, and all the other games that are going on.
Okay, so Fiserv is going to host 8 games back here at the Forum. 18,000 people are expected to be in town for the big tournament weekend. Reporting live in downtown Milwaukee, Tom Durian, TMJ4 News.
As the Badger train pulling into town behind Tom Durian there. Tom, thank you. The Bucks are pushing for a Deer District name change coming up. How much the team wants to put your name on the plaza outside Fiserv Forum.
Do you want to put my name on? Okay.
You don't have that kind of money, Goddard.
Okay, so tomorrow is still a mild day, 45 when you wake up, 55 in the afternoon, but there's some rain moving in, and that gentleman in Tom's story wants to see some snow. We'll talk about the chances of that coming up.
You just make dreams come true, don't you? Tonight show's next. Here's Jimmy.
Hey everyone, Amy Schumer is my guest tonight. Plus, we have filmmaker Denis Villeneuve, chef Christina Tosi, and some fun ideas from our audience suggestion box tonight.
To the state capitol now in Madison, where the Assembly Speaker Robin Vos met behind closed doors with conspiracy theorists and election deniers. That group calling for Wisconsin's 2020 election to be decertified. It's a move lawyers and even Vos himself says is not legally possible. Multiple recounts and court rulings confirm President Joe Biden won Wisconsin.
I think there was widespread fraud, and I think we are going to see more and more data that comes out as Justice Gateman continues his investigation.
I think if Speaker Vos thinks that he can continue to try to placate these far-right extremists, he's wrong. They will stop at nothing less than decertifying an election that happened well more than a year ago and overturning the will of the people of Wisconsin.
Speaker Vos recently extended the contract for the Republican-backed investigation into the